Thanks for joining me. It's Jason with Iron Monkey Strength, and today I'm going to talk about a technique issue. I sometimes train people remotely, and recently been putting a program together for a gentleman. He's learning to do the kettlebell swing, and he's done very well with his hike passes and his pendulum swings, no issues. But now we've run into this problem, and I don't think this is an uncommon problem for people learning to do the swing. So I thought, let's do this video now for you guys, for anybody who might be working on learning the kettlebell swing and you're running into this issue. The issue is this. He's getting a pulling or a discomfort in his lower back on the down portion of the swing. Now, because he's learning the swing, and I know he's a new student, he's had no pre-existing conditions relative to this. His hike pass and his pendulum swing have been fine and not a bother. I'm going to assume that this is probably a technique issue. All right? So anything else, mobility, structure, I'm ruling out for now. And I'm going to assume it's a technique issue. And actually that means that it's the easiest thing to fix, relatively speaking. All right, so what could be the technique issue that causes a pulling in the lower back on the down portion of the swing? Well, there's two things that come to mind right away. The first one is the timing of your backswing relative to the timing of the bell. Oftentimes we'll talk about getting in sync with the kettlebell, right? Feeling the rhythm of what's happening there. The second one is actually related, and if you nail that first, then working on the other one is safer, right? And that is abdominal bracing and maintaining your standing position. All right? So now what I'll do is I'm going to describe to you, or let's just talk about what those positions are. All right? So the swing without a bell is this, right? You hike the bell, you drive through the floor with your legs, wham, the bell casts outward. It floats for a moment, and then it falls. And then as it falls, you send the bell back and you return to your hinge position to repeat the cycle again, right? This is the fundamental aspect of the timing of how the swing and the bell should work. That standing position is what I'm talking about. At the top of your swing, boom, the bell's flying. At this point, as soon as my hips lock, boom, I want my butt and my abs to be rock hard solid and my shoulder to be packed, so that the only thing moving at this point is the kettlebell. I'm like a G.I. Joe that you've put in this position. If you pick me up and put me on my hands and toes, I would just be there, boom, in a push-up position, exactly the same, yeah? Bracing the abdominals and the glutes here protects my spine as the bell falls. So even if I screw up the timing, if I at least have my abs tight and tension throughout my body, I'm more protected than I would be if this wasn't the case, right? So if I'm loosey-goosey up here and things aren't tight, then if I mess up, the forces of the bell will apply and manipulate me more, right, and cause possible damage. So that's why this abdominal bracing and maintaining standing position is so important. You can practice it lying on the floor, but you also can practice it at the top without the bell. You hike it, you pretend, boom, in that standing position, you brace, you feel what it's like to be tall like this and you get all that tension. And you try to remember what that feels like when you actually use the kettlebell. All right, so that's the standing position. And although that's my second technique issue, it's the one I want to address first, because if you nail that, then while you're trying to figure out the timing, if you screw up, it won't hurt so bad, right? Because you're probably going to screw up. Now the timing on the backswing, what the heck is he talking about? This is where it usually breaks down. The new student hikes the bell, they drive through the floor, the bell flies. They don't wait. Instead, what they do is they anticipate that the bell is supposed to go this way, and they start hinging at the hips already. But look at where my hand is. Think about it. The bell's here, it's falling this way, straight down. If I've already started to hinge, it's now going to start to pull on my body in that direction, because look how far away from me it is, right? By this point, it's too late. The belt is pulling me this way. Even if I manage to hike it back, I've already put myself in this position. And I've already put this in jeopardy here in the lower back. What we want to do is this, right? We want to wait. Stand tall in that plank position, let the bell fall. Wait. And at this moment, when the bell is as close to your plumb line as you can safely let it be, that's when you quickly send the hips back, sending all of that energy, all of that force this way. And what that ends up doing is lining the forces up axially with the spine, right? The way it's best designed to absorb force. And it puts all of that, absorbs all of that right here in your glutes and hamstrings where you want it anyway, right? Like pulling back the rubber band and preparing to unleash on the next swing. I don't like to show what it looks like when it's wrong, but I'm going to try to show you here. But I don't recommend doing this. I'm just going to try to show you what goes wrong with the kettlebell so you can kind of see what I mean. Don't do this at home if you don't have to. All right, so I hike it. I start hinging early. Do you see? It pulled me forward. I didn't even get tight there. Let's say I get tight, but I moved too soon. Did you see how it pulled on me? This is wrong. Bad. This is right. Good. Ready? Do you see that lag time? He waits. Boom. Boom. I wait. You just have to be a little more patient. Stand tall. Be strong. Be patient. And try to feel that moment when the bell is as close to you as possible. Nail these two things, and I'm willing to bet that this takes care of the problem with the lower back tension or pulling. All right? Good luck. Practice a lot. Let me know if it didn't work. I have other solutions. Power to you.